The final home game of any college football season is cause for celebration. Senior Day, a perfect way to celebrate and remember all of the accomplishments of this group of leaders. Welcome to Ames, Iowa, home of the Cyclones of Iowa State. As we'll see, the winners of 3 straight, the Louisville Cardinals, taking on another team from the SEC, the Iowa State Cyclones. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. And the Cyclones will kick it away to start us off. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. So the Louisville Cardinals offense will come out first. And David, they've got a tight end who might not be a superstar, but he always seems to be in the right place, always ready to be a safety valve for this quarterback.
No, and this guy dictates to the defense. It's so nice to be able to move him around. He's the chess piece. He's the playmaker on offense that can do a lot of things. And if they're going to be successful, the big tight end's going to be the reason why.
And he's a very reliable target, too. We've seen him make some really tough catches and some big moments for this offense. He's going to have to do that in this game today. The defense is keying on him. They know that's where the quarterback's eyes are going to be going early and often in this game, so the tight end's got to step up.
And the Cardinals come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. From the gun, running back gets to give. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
A lot of times with these RPOs, you see linebackers so slow, they don't want to mess up. Not on this one. Watch the defense attack downhill, go get the running back, get a tackle for a loss.
The Cardinals really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. They'll try to get the first through the air. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
Defense did a great job. 3rd and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
Not going to risk a return here. Calls for the fair catch and makes it just around the 30-yard line. The Cyclones offense will take the field for the first time. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his arm talent. He had this offense moving up and down the field and finding the end zone. And you know he's excited to take on this defense today.
Yeah, and talking to the defensive coordinators coming in this football game, like, they're not going to do what happened last week. Like, you can't sit back and make the coverages easy for him to diagnose. He'll pick you apart like he did last week. Look for some change-ups and some curveballs for this defense.
There was just nowhere to cut back. Great job by the defense, and he'll have to take the loss.
And if I'm the running back, I'm going to be like, listen, O-line, can you give me something? Can you give me some space to try to make somebody miss and not have another guy right next to me? I'm giving the offensive line an earful. I need some holes, need some space up front. They got to do a better job.
Finds his man. It's Peppers. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a 1st down. The Cyclones will line up to punt it away. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Sends his first one of the day on its way, and that matches the number of appearances he had in that win last week. Cover guys do their job, and they get him stopped at the 22-yard line. Louisville has it back in the offense, coming out ready to attack. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Off the play fake on 1st down. Caught in the backfield. It's Hauser. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there. All right, guys, let's talk for a minute about Louisville. They really got it going the last few weeks, won their last 3, and maybe going to get a little bit of national attention.
Yeah, they had some bumps in the road early in the year, but this is a team that's starting to peak at the right time. They're building momentum, building confidence, stacking these wins. They want to put another one in the W column here today, David.
And this is why we love the expansion of the college football playoff. Sometimes you get hot at the right time, like late in the season, and you look like a team that could do some damage. And then you get to that moment and you get the opportunity now. So keep putting it together and see what happens.
Wants to throw on first down. Flips it out to the back. He gets it up to the 44-yard line. He'll be marked out of bounds right there as this offense continues to roll.
During the week, you got to talk to your quarterback. Quarterback, what do you like? What's your favorite, safest routes, easiest reads? Love coming out with those early with the short passing game.
They go to the ground. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
And the Cardinals line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. They'll try to get it through the air. Throws to the wideout. Intercepted! Oh, what a play!
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football. He's starting to develop that. His 3rd interception on the season just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
Iowa State sending the offense back out. A rather unproductive series last time, 3 and out, and they'll try to do better this time around. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Trying play action. That's caught. It's Townsend. And they pick up just a few on that completion. And the Cyclones come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. The Cyclones are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. To the air, it's Turner. Quick strike complete. And how does he keep running? I'd be dizzy after a spin move like that. And the Cyclones getting set on 1st and 10. The give to the back. Got the first down and still on his feet. What a run. Takes it all the way down to the 11-yard line before he's forced out.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about.
And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Cyclone!
This is a guy that put a lot of pressure on himself coming into the season. He felt like he was ready to have a breakout year. He knew he had all the tools in the toolbox to be able to get it done, and he's showing it. That's his 10th rushing touchdown on the season.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the run from inside his own 5. Makes a move. He's on the loose. There he goes. Open it up. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. He is headed to the sideline with a little bounce in his step after scoring on that kick return.
And he should have some bounce in his step. How about the effort, weaving in and out, covering all that space. Great blocking on the play, and he does the rest. You don't put guys back deep that can't roll. And you could see when he got in the open field, he rolled out.
The extra point here would tie the game. And the extra point is good. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Interesting showdown in the MAC today, man. Take a look at how things are playing out. UMass is in front. They've led for most of the way. However, Sam the Minuteman isn't exactly putting this one in the win column just yet. They're up by 7 over Kent State. The Maction never sleeps, and we'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. Looking downfield, it's Turner. Bringing the heat. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
And these edge rushers, man, they're so athletic nowadays. They can get to the quarterback, bend that corner so quickly, get him on the ground before he knows what hits him. How about that defensive end and that speed off the edge?
The Cyclones trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Wants to fire on second down. Quickly out to the tight end. And they're able to get him down. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football.
Turning it on! And they'll move the chains, and a good way to wrap up the first quarter. Absolutely nothing settled. Deadlocked after one period of play as we have a look at the stats. We've got a good one going here and looking forward to keep those vibes rolling here in the second. So after the break, they'll go back to work. To the ground with the back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Now the play fake. Dumps it off in the flats. And the defense able to drag him down, but not before. They'll recycle that down marker.
And a great job by the QB, finding the running back, getting the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
Leaves it with the running back. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football, create balance, and right here just choose up another first down, gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it, and right now he's doing some damage on this defense.
Not many hiccups on this drive, but it's 2nd and 13 now. Wants to throw. It's Turner. Fires to the wideout. Wide open downfield. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Iowa State.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge. And also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Louisville offense is headed back out on the field. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Makes the grab on the left. They'll spot the ball at the 34 as he goes out of bounds right there.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. The Cardinals are stopped, but not before getting the first down.
Well, it's not a home run, but it's just enough by the running back to move the chains.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Running back searching for a hole.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll send the back in motion. They'll move the wide receiver. Going to swing it on 2nd down. Shoots it to the left. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Didn't get a ton on the return, but the most important thing, he got the ball, and they've got it at the 48. They'll start this drive at their own 48. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on 2nd down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on 2nd down.
And he uses the stiff arm to push his way past the sticks and pick up the first down.
They say tight ends are a quarterback's best friend in the pass game because think about it. The tight end's the guy lined up closest to the quarterback, which means generally those are the easiest throws a quarterback has. You saw it on that play.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Cyclones with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Leaves it with the back. Noses ahead to the 30-yard line, a pickup of 1.
Well, this running back has been the only guy, obviously, who's touched the ball these first 2 plays. He's looked pretty good. I think it's safe to say everybody in the stadium here on 3rd down expecting him to get the ball again.
He'll keep it on the sneak.
And, David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively, too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successful.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they'll talk it over to see if they can build on this lead before halftime. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Just when they're looking run, now up top. Finds a man on the left. And he's brought down after a nice gain. The Cyclones have it with a 1st and 10. From the red zone, looking for a man. Makes the grab. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers.
And guys, how many first downs is that? Just on this drive alone? I mean, this defense allows 1 or 2 more drives like this, and they're going to be gassed by the 3rd quarter.
They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. All things considered, he's probably lucky to be back to the line of scrimmage.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Back to throw, it's Turner. Touchdown, Cyclones! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
Man, that's the way you execute on offense, man. You keep your foot on the gas. Try to make this a 2-score game. You do with that touchdown. This offense executing beautifully. The defense is going to have to find something in the 2nd half to get some stops.
They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Louisville has it back in the offense, coming out ready to attack. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be concerned. If we're a little bit down, listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here, we're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the first half, try and generate some momentum, score some points before going into halftime.
Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, looks like the magic from Hilton Coliseum has rubbed off on both teams there so far in Ames. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at Jack Trice Stadium.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. And the Cardinals will kick it away to start the second half. And he'll bring it out of the end zone. And the returner will be knocked down. Iowa State has the ball back. The Cyclones ready to go on offense. They open this third quarter on top, and they built the lead on the strength of that running game.
And they made a huge statement, too, just proving to the other team that they're more physical, they're winning in the trenches. So here in the second half, David, just keep demoralizing this defense by pounding the football.
Yeah, and I'm not going to let that happen. I riled up my guys at halftime. We're going to put more people in the box, and we got to come out and meet the physical challenge of this offense.
They'll guide him out of bounds down at the 25-yard line. They'll snap it from the 25 here on first down. Behind his tight end. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead, they know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
Man, when you go into the half and you're down, like, that speech is usually pretty fiery. A lot of words you can't use on television. And so this coaching staff probably challenged their guys, and I like the way they started this second half so far. Physically.
He lost one down the sideline. Grabs it inside the 15. Touchdown, Iowa State. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance.
This offense looked unstoppable in the first half, lighting up the scoreboard, and it doesn't look much different here in the second half. They take their first drive of the third quarter, march it down the field to score. There is no end in sight for these guys.
He'll bring it out. It's Allen. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Louisville offense is headed back out on the field. They're looking at a 21-point hole. There's still time to do some work, but there's also no time to waste. Going right to work up top. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. He'll be stopped at the 27, but picks up 10 on that one. That was just a perfectly choreographed screen. The line got out on time. The running back had a wall in front of him.
And I think the quarterback did a really good job of selling pass and then kind of dodging the pass rush, getting it to the running back, and then let him do the rest. You got him in space, he'll pick up yards in a hurry.
Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver and different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
Oh, they're after him. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
You can sense the frustration building on the field and on the sideline for this team because on paper, they're the better team. From a player standpoint, from a record standpoint, things just not going their way in this game, and someone's going to have to step up and make a play to turn this thing around.
Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. Wants to keep it in the air. And they'll miss the connection here on third down. The Cardinals will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He will signal for the fair catch and take it just inside the 35. Iowa State sending the offense back out. They'll start this drive at the 33-yard line. There have been few obstacles for this offense as they are starting to pull away here in the second half, Jesse.
And this has been a dream game for this play caller, too, right? It's like anything that he's calling is working flawlessly.
Yeah, it's fun to be the offensive coordinator, but not the defensive coordinator. They have had no answers. It's been an absolutely miserable day trying to solve the riddle of this offense.
On the run, it's Peppers. This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks. Boy, there wasn't much room to wiggle for that running back there.
None at all. Great job by the defense getting in the backfield quickly, closing up all the holes, nowhere to run.
They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. They tried to go smash mouth on third and short, and it did not work against this defense. And the Cyclones will punt this one away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. They'll get him corralled and down at about the 19-yard line. Louisville has it back in the offense, coming out ready to attack. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. Fires to the big fella. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a... He's going to let it go. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there.
Well, another incompletion, and you can see the frustration building, but you got to give the defense credit. They came into this one knowing no one was giving them a shot because of their record, because of what their stats are on paper, but they're playing better football. They're playing with better effort. Right now, they're making the most plays.
2nd and 10, he'll throw again. Catch in the middle, it's Hughes. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure.
Oh, he's got some space. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42.
Wow. 4 plays on this drive by the offense. They already got 3 first downs. We knew they had a lot of playmakers coming into this game, and they're showing that right now. This defense is going to have to make a play at some point here and stop the bleeding.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. And we talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get it going. And I'm surprised, but now with...
And that is interception number 3 on the day. Right down the gut of the field. And they capitalized not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
And they don't get their hands on the ball often, but how about the big defense defensive line. And when they do, it's fun to watch. It might take a while, Jesse, but he started to move that thing down the field.
He sure did. He just reminds everybody he's an athlete, too. This guy had some big-time moments in high school on the offensive side of the football, and he's living on defense in college. That's where he's going to make his money at the next level, but that was an unbelievably athletic play.
Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal?
Let's go. Set.
Go straight ahead. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on 2nd down, this little 3rd to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
That's the end of the period, and Iowa State has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. Just about ready to go in the 4th, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. Trying to punch it in. They got 0 push up front, and they stopped him in the backfield.
And how about the response from this defense? Put in a horrible situation, horrible field position. Jesse, they bowed their necks 3 times in a row.
Yeah, and it's a sudden change situation, and they practice that all week. You never know when they're going to come up, but you have to have guys on the field playing with a sense of urgency. This has been awesome defensively.
Splits the uprights right down the middle, and they'll push that lead out a little further. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Louisville offense is headed back out on the field. Well, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive that made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Grabbed behind the line. It's Clark. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. And the Cardinals need their binoculars to find that line to gain here on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. And they can't make the connection on 3rd down.
And it's going to be difficult for this offense, man. Just where are they going to find the plays? You can tell the defense sitting back. They're playing nickel. They're playing dime. So you need some receivers to step up, make some yards after the catch, some contested plays. This offense has got to do something, and they got to do it quick.
He turns that loose down the right side. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start. And I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. And then if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. But great job in the base defense making a play.
They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage. And the last thing they need is to squander this great field position facing a 3rd and long. Dropping back, it's Turner. Grabbed in the middle, it's Brown. Breaks into the open. And he picks up a 1st down. That is not a flag on the play. It's just lingerie on the deck after that move. The Cyclones will snap it on 1st and 10. They'll give it to the back. Runs through the tackle. He's pulled down after a tough run. Gets it to the 6. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. The play action fake. Gets it out quickly. Touchdown! Touchdown, Cyclones! And they take it in for 6 more points. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me, or I should get concerned, because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Handoff to the lone back. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, but whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them, because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front seven has dominated this entire game. Well, they execute the in route. How about the arm strength by the QB? That was an absolute bullet on that completion.
Quarterback on the move, still looking. Crosses the 40. Coming through with that third down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43.
And they're going to need a lot more of this to get back in this football game. They're trailing. They're trying to make plays. I like the decision-making of the young man, though. Don't force the football. We already got to make big plays. The defense knows it, too. Nice job pulling it down, scrambling, getting the first down. Now you got to keep it going.
Well, they're going RPO. Nice job handing it off, and really good vision there, just getting what he can get, right? Puts his foot in the ground, gets forward, helps this offense find positive yards.
Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. Clock stops, and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. This offense looking for anything to cut into this big lead. The Cardinals kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Looking to throw on first down. Got his man. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. First down, 10 yards to go.
22.
And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Man, this defense has to be better. You have to stop the first part of the option, and that is the quarterback. And he gets loose. He gets the first down, another set of downs. They need to figure out this plan and how to stop this quarterback.
Unleashes one deep. Throw to the end zone, picked off.
And that's kind of what this offense has done all day. They have struggled. They haven't gotten a rhythm. They haven't found a way to get points on the scoreboard. And late in this game, when your defense and your team really needed it the most, Ballmer, they throw the INT.
And it's a microcosm, too, of just how dominant the defense has been. They've always been a step ahead. They've been the more physical side, and they've been making plays on the back end. That interception should seal this thing.
Working that left side now. And he's down at the 41. That's a first down. They've done a really good job identifying mismatches, and they find one out of the backfield there.
Reese, I really don't think it's that hard. My guy is better than yours. Find the matchup across the field. Running back's got some speed. Get it in his hands quickly. Throw it to him fast. Let him make somebody miss against a slower guy that's usually a linebacker.
Unloads to the wideout. He's got an open man. There he goes. He was loose and setting sail, and they stop him at the 6-yard line.
Well, this offense has shown you it doesn't take a lot of time for them to generate explosive plays through the air. Big completion on the previous play. They take another shot and hit it, and they have completely flipped the field.
Not a lot of drama in this one as they just get punched in the face and lose by double figures.
Not a lot of drama, but there is a lot to fix. On offense, on defense, on special teams. This team, David, they've got a lot to figure out.
Yeah, but you know what, Jesse? The coaches are going to be in a great mood. The bus rides, the plane rides, those will all be real fun. Practice